Hey everybody, and welcome to part 2. Remember, there's 4 40% silver enders. There's no gold enders, no proof enders. On the last box, there were gold, proof, and NIFC enders, but no silver enders, yet it still had silver in it. This one has 4 silver enders and none of those 3 things that the previous box had, but I got both of them at the same time. Let's see what's inside. Roll 1 had a 2014 NIFC, a 1972 gold, and a 1987 proof. So I think it's pretty safe to say that this is the same set that was last box. So again, like last box, I'll go every 4 rolls unless I could get a super silvery roll or a rare find or something like that. Speaking of super silvery rolls, I believe we have 3 silvers here. Let's start with the first one, 1968. The second one, 1964, and the third one, 1967. So that's roll 2. I guess we hit the silver part of this guy's big dump or something. I'm not sure what's really going on, but I'm not complaining. Roll 5, and we're moving right along on the silver. This is your rolls 1 through 5. Wrap up. We got the 2014P, the gold-plated 1972, the 1987 S proof. We also have the 1970S proof. It doesn't look very proofy, but you can kind of see the proof like on the back, and it is a 70S, which is a proof, like I said. 2 1964s, both out of Philly. We have a 1966, 7, and 68D, and another 1966. So again, moving right along, I'll bring you guys in at the end of the next 5 rolls. Welcome back. Through the first 10 rolls, we have 3 new NIFCs that are not 2014 or 2003, and also 2 more 40%ers. So now what we're going to do, I think, is bring in on every find, because it seems to be lightening up and also turning more silver, which is more interesting. This 1966 also appears to be in nice shape, so that is of note, but nothing too crazy so far. And just like that, roll number 11 has at least 190 in it, or I guess a 67, a 68, and a, well, there was another one, there it is, another 1968. We've got 2 silver here. We'll start with the non-worn one. That worn one has to be a walker. It just has to be. First, this one right here is going to be a 1966, and that worn one is indeed a walker. No mint mark. Can we get a date? It ends in a 5. I might need to. It looks like well, I think there's only a few times it can end in a 5. Give me a second, I'll come back. After further review, it appears to be a 1935 is my best guess. 35 Walking Liberty $50. In any case, it's call. It's worth its weight in silver, but it's still a 90%er. In the previous roll, we got a 1967, but I'm not going to show just one silver when we've been getting multiple silvers in a row. Let's get to number 14 here. We got back-to-back silver Sammy right here. The first one, 1964, out of Denver, and the second one, in 1965. Next roll, roll 15, another silver stack. The first one is not that one, but it's going to be that one, a 1967. And the second one is going to be another 1964 out of Denver. And I guess that 4 64s, of course, that Walker as well, a 65, 4 67s, 5 67, 4 66s, 5 67s, 3 68s, and a 70S. Roll 16 again has 2 silvers in it. I think we're going to go back to every 5 rolls because it's getting a little silvery in here. The first one's going to be a 1967, and the second one is going to be a 1969. Rolls 16 through 21, I already showed you 16. That's when we said we were going to make it every 5 rolls again. We got another proof, 1985 S. We got 2 67s, a 68, and 2 69s. Now, the last 2 rolls I did, rolls 19 and 20, had nothing in them, so it seems maybe we're calming down. I'm not sure exactly what the format of this is, but look at all that silver so far this box. Well, those last 5 rolls had nothing in them. That's unfortunate, but we do have 1 silver in there, 2 silver in there, 3 silver in there, maybe a 4th right there left to go, and it's well spread out. So it seems like the bottom of the box is going to be like this front part of the top half of the box was. So I'll bring you in on the next find. Rolls 26 through 30 gave us 6 more silvers, 1965, 2 66s, a 67, and 2 68s, bringing our stacks up pretty nice here. Rolls 31 through 35 or 81 through 85 on the course of the 2-box hunt gave us a 1964 out of Denver, a 1965, and 3 1967s. Some pretty good finds in the middle 5 rows of the bottom of the box. We got 10 rolls to go. We got 2004 NIFC and 1987 NIFC. Always love to see those. Another 1964D, 265s, a 67, 260, a 66, 267s. That's the second time I've done that in the past 2 videos. 2 68s and another 68, 3 68s, I suppose it was. Sorry for me getting my hand in the way there. But that's pretty good across 5 rows, 5 rolls rather. 8 40s, a 90, and 2 NIFCs, one of them being an 87. So let's go ahead and put them in their stacks. And that goes after 2002 to 2007, puts us at 5 NIFCs and the 87 as well, and all that silver. 10 rolls to go, 1 silver in there left. With 8 rolls left, we got 3 67s and a 65, and then the 7 rolls left. Sorry about that. With 7 rolls left, we got this roll that I'm holding right here with 4 silvers in it. So the first one going to be a 1968. The next one is going to be reverse, and the next one is a reverse, and the next one is a 67. So let's flip those reverses over. One's a 67, and another one a 68. I love seeing multiple silvers in a roll like that. 4 silvers in a roll is fantastic. I'll be back to you guys at the end of these 5 rolls. This amazing 2-box hunt is sadly coming to an end soon. 5 rolls to go. In the previous 5 rolls, we got a 1964 out of Denver. At first, I really couldn't tell that it was silvery, but it sure is. A 1965, 5 1967s, and 5 1968s, bringing our stacks to look like that. End of box 1, the last 5 rolls had 4 more 1967s, which brings the stack probably to over a roll worth. And 2 1964s, both out of Denver, bring that stack also up very high. I'll give you, I'm going to count these up and then give you wrap up on this box, and then I'll bring back the coins from the previous box, and we'll have a 2-box wrap up. Wrap up for box 1 only. Let's begin with the gold 1972. Then we have some NIFCs 2002, 2004D, and then 7, 10, and 14 out of Philly. We also have two proofs, an 85 and an 87, as well as a 1987D NIFC. Now let's get on to the silver. We have one Walker, presumably from 1935. We have two Kennedy half dollars, 64p, 7 64Ds, 6 65s, 7 66s, 22 67s, 13 68s, 2 69s, and of course that 1970S. So over 2 rolls worth of silver here. We're going to add that to the other silver and gold and proofs and NIFCs we found in the previous box, and put it all out for you guys to show you what we got. Over 3 rolls worth of silver, over 1 roll worth of gold plated, over 1 roll worth of NIFC, or one roll worth of proofs, probably 2 or 3 rolls worth of NIFCs. The totals are in. Let's get into this. 67 silver coins, 11 90s, 56 40s. We'll get into those in a second. 30 gold plated coins, 30 proof coins, 7 commemorative coins, 65 NIFCs, along with 3 miscellaneous finds that we'll get to here in a second, generally in this quadrant over here. Let's begin with our 67 silver coins, not including 2 other silver coins, so a total of 69 silver coins. We have a 1935 Walker, 57D Benji. We have 2 1964s, 7 1964Ds, 7 1965s. One of them is a special mint set, making 8 1965s. 7 1966s, 22 1967s, 13 1968s, 4 1969Ds, 1 1970D, 1 1970S. I know it doesn't look like a proof, but alas it is. That's that. Moving on to the other 2 silvers that are more miscellaneous type finds. One of them is the 40% bicentennial 1976S silver, and also a commemorative 1993 half dollar as well. That's James Madison on there. Moving on to the gold-plated coins, we had 2 from 1971, 7 from 1971 out of Denver, 8 1972s, 173, 173D, 5 74s, 2 76s, 2 76Ds, and a 79. That makes 29, and our 30th is going to be this 2012 Philly, which I counted as a gold-plated to make 30 rather than an NIFC, which it also is. If you include that in the NIFC count, I suppose we get to 66 if you count it for both. Let's move on real quickly to the error of the bunch. We have a 1982 no FG, as you see on the reverse, no FG there in that bottom corner at all. 1982 Philly. That's worth a couple bucks by itself. Let's move on to the proofs and then the NIFCs. First off, for our proofs is the 1979 proof. Remember, there's going to be 30 of these, so I'll try to go through them. We have a 1984, 85, 2 86s, 2 87s, 3 80s, 2 86s, 3 87Ss, 2 88s, 1 89, 1 90, 2 91s, 3 92s, 1 93, 94, 95, 96, and 97. And then also 1 2000. Then we have that stickered coin from Delaware as well. And then moving down, we have a 2002, a 2003, a 2009, two 2010s, and a 2011. And moving on to the commemoratives, we have a regular finish Denver Mint commemorative, $50, two proof of the same type there. We have a Bicentennial Congress $50, Mount Rushmore, and a Olympic gymnastic one, as well as the James Madison proof silver mentioned earlier. That's of course the San Francisco version because it's a proof. Now, I didn't include these in either the NIFCs or any other category, but we also had two 1987Ps and two 1987Ds, so I didn't include that in the 65 NIFCs, which we're going to start right now. One 2002D, three 2003 Phillies, along with 7 Ds, one of each for 2004, one of each 2006, two from 2007, another one from 2007D, which I don't think I added up, so actually we're at 66 NIFCs, a 2008, 9, 10, and 3 2011s, along with our stacks of 17 2014 Philadelphias and 22 2014 Denvers. So what a hunt we have right there.